We're looking at learning outcome 4 today. Now, this learning outcome is all about you. It's about what you're doing, what you think about your own skills. It's about planning on your own self, to be honest. So we're going to make a start on that. Just going to pop a quick message to the rest of the group to see if they're going to be joining us. There you go. So, learning outcome 4 on here is be able to review own person-centered skills. There's 1 pass criteria, 4.1, review own person-centered skills. 4M1, the merit, is identify opportunities to enhance own strengths and address weaknesses in using person-centered skills. And 4D1, distinction question, is to create a plan to improve your own person-centered skills. So this section, there's no right or wrong. This is all about you, all about how you think you're doing with your own person-centered skills, what sort of strengths you have, what sort of weaknesses you have, how you might want to address those and try and resolve those weaknesses, and to create a personal development plan of your own as well in here. So if some of you have done the academic research skills unit, you already have some of this documentation, you already have a personal development plan, you'll already have a SWOT analysis. So feel free, you're very welcome to use the same development plan and the same SWOT analysis. If you haven't done them, if you haven't been in the academic research skills unit yet, you can use this plan that you create now to answer those at a later date. So it does help each other in those aspects later. So let's make a start. Now, there's not much of a PowerPoint on here, to be honest. We're just going to go over some terminology, and then we're just going to go through those documents and work through them. So the key terms for this learning outcome 4 is to identify and explain your own strengths and weaknesses. So you're going to use your personal reflection. So reflection is, can somebody actually tell me what reflection is?
A reflection is when you look back to what you've done, or you assess the situation that is around you. You take a moment, just take a step back.
Yes, 100%. It's when you're thinking back, stepping back, looking back at what you've done. Fantastic. So you're going to use your personal reflection. You're going to think back on how you do on a daily basis. You're going to get feedback from others. You might even just want to have informal chat. I mean, you probably already know what you're good at and what you're not good at anyway. Everybody has an awareness of what they can improve and what skills they've got. You're going to look at opportunities to enhance your skills. So you might want to do voluntary work, you might have work experience, training, this qualification that you're doing, this is an opportunity to enhance your skill. You might just even want to do simple things like observing other members of staff or colleagues that you're with, or talking with them, having discussions with professionals. Anything that you do, you're actually, like when you're talking to someone or watching them do a skill, or even having an informal chat or finding out about what training somebody has done, you're gaining skills yourself, you're gaining knowledge, so you're enhancing yourself even in these small tasks. Then you're going to plan to build on your identified strengths. So you've got your strengths, you know what they are. You're going to build on those, try and improve those even more. And then you're also going to look at the areas that might not be your greatest, your weaknesses or things that actually need development. So you're going to go in that aspect. And then you're going to plan a realistic action plan. And it's going to have what actions you're going to do, the timeline, so how long will it take you? It's really up to you. You could say, I'm going to do something in 3 months, or I'm going to do something in 3 years. It has to be realistic for you. You're going to see how you're going to assess your progress. What sort of measures are you going to put it against? So for this one, the qualification you're doing now, you're going to assess your progress on this to see how well you've done is when you've got your certificate. Or you're going to assess it by handing in your assignments and when I give you feedback. These can be measures that you're assessing your work. And then also, how are you going to get feedback on your process? Now, every time all of you do an assignment, I fill out a cover sheet and I send you feedback, or I'll give you feedback via email, or sometimes we'll talk over the phone and we'll discuss how things are going. So these are different ways to get feedback. From your colleagues, you might just want to ask, how do you think I did today? And they'll give you feedback. So these type of things. So we're going to look at a review your own person-centered skills. Now on this, we've got a skills audit that we're just going to fill out. So let's go on to, there it is, hiding from me. Now this skills audit will actually answer AC 4.1. Now when you fill this out, all you've got to do is put a cross into the boxes that you can do, or a dot, or highlight it, whatever is best for you. I normally just put an X into them. Now, when we fill this out, you can copy and paste it into your work, or you can just add it as an extra document. But this is not the only thing you need to do. Once you fill this out, I want you to write a paragraph just summarizing what skills you're good at and what skills you're not good at. So I need a paragraph to be included to support this as well. So let's go further down. So skills audit. Now, is everyone okay with copying and pasting this into these tables into their work? Do you know how to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall I just go over it really quick for anyone that might not know? If you can see this little box that's coming up on the edge here, just click on that, do a right click with your mouse, and then it highlights it, and then you just go down and you copy it. And then if I open a new document up now, it just shows how easy it is for you to get in. And then just do right click again and paste. And it comes up, and there you go. And it doesn't, if it's a bit off center, that's not a problem, you can pull it up. Yep, I'm just going to close that. Nope, there you go. So, for here, we've got your direct work. So this is the work that you're going to be doing directly with people. You got your assessment skills, you got your process skills down here. And then you go down on to your theoretical knowledge. So your knowledge audit. You got your assessment, care, planning, and safeguarding skills here. Let's put some spaces in between those. Then you got your service improvement and quality skills. And this is not you. Nobody's going to say to you, you know this, you don't know this, you're wrong or you're right. This is just for you to identify what you know and what you don't know. And there's a lot of things in here that I'm good at, and there's a lot of things in here that I really need to improve on. So even for me, there are some models and theories that I'm not 100% sure about either. So let's make a start on here. So skills-wise, if I can choose one person per section, Nancy, I'll leave you to last because you said you got a noisy background. Can I have Julia answer this direct work skills? So you can do little to no capability, needs further requirement, or full capability. So for your communication skills, how are you?
Communication skills, I'm very, very good, especially if I am working with new starters.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah,
so you got full capability.
I tend to be.
Now these sections, I don't really need you to fill these in. It just, it's no point really. If you want to put a date here, you can, but I don't find them necessary. All I want you to do is tell me what you're good at and what you're not good at, just so you know. So, Julia, what's your negotiation skills like?
Oh yeah, I'm very good at negotiating.
Okay.
In regards to business.
Fantastic. And your conflict resolution skills?
Yeah, I'm very bad at that. I can be
so
very
you need.
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's one thing that I need to focus on as well. Your influencing skills. How good can you influence someone?
Yeah, I am very good at influencing people.
Brilliant. And then motivational skills?
Yeah, I'm good at that as well.
Brilliant. And then involvement and participation skills?
Yeah, more in when it comes to involving, especially when it comes to new ideas.
Yeah, so you're very involved in that. So what is your ability to promote and identify barriers for equality?
In that aspect, I find a new way, walk and walk. Like, how can I change things? Yeah.
So do you think you need further development, or do you think you've got full capability?
Very capable.
Okay, there you go. And then ability to challenge discrimination?
Because I'm very confrontational, I think I am, I wouldn't say I am extremely good, but up there, because I am not reserved.
Yep, so you can challenge it. If you see something you don't like, you will just speak out. That's what And your presentation skills?
Presentation skills, I would say 50%, because sometimes it's like, I know what to say, but it's not coming out right.
Yeah. So you got further development in that section. That's good. And then your individual judgment?
Yeah, I can judge things separately by separate the situation. Like that.
See, with me, that's an issue that I need to work on, because sometimes I find that I'll be agreeing with other people's opinions when I really don't actually agree with them, but I'll just be nodding my head saying, yeah, and then I'll catch myself doing it. So I can get swayed by other people's judgment. So for me, I would put further development required in that section. But for you, you're quite good at your judgment, so you've got full capability there. So problem solving and innovation skills?
Problem solving, excuse me.
It's
okay. Sorry about that. Problem solving. I like to look at the situation first and how I can solve it. I'm good at problem solving, yes.
Yeah, fantastic. And building good relationships with children, young people and families?
Yes, that's good.
And then creative skills?
Creative skills. I would say I am good, but sometimes I kind of lay back a little bit. Like push stuff, I'll do it later. So
we'll do further development. So it's nice to have a couple of further development points. So when you're summarizing all this, you can say, I'd like to improve on my presentation skills. I'd like to look at a few YouTube videos or a bit more training to get more creative skills and things like that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, thank you. So can I get Nancy to fill out this assessment skills section? It's all right if you've got a noisy background. It's for this bit, it doesn't matter. I think Nancy's still on mute. Good morning, Julia. Morning. So we're just starting off now. Today's session, we're actually just filling out a few documents that will help you answer Learning Outcome 4. So we're going to do this together. And then what we've said is I'll probably email you this, and then you can change things or adjust them in reflection to what your own skills are. But I'm asking everybody one section at a time. So I'll ask Placidia for the next section. And then when Nancy is back with us, then we'll do hers. So, Placidia, could you do the assessment section for me, please?
Good morning.
Morning. So remember, you've got little or no capability.
Gathering.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think? Little capability needs improvement or full capability?
Because there's always new information, I would say 50%. So that would be the middle.
That's a good one to do as 50%, because obviously not all of us know everything. What about your critical analysis skills?
50% as well.
Yeah, I would do that the same thing for myself as well. And then analytical thinking?
That I'm good at.
So I'll do full capability there. Identify resilience and protective factors. So you're being resilient and protective.
I'm good at that too.
And then child-centered, holistic outcomes. Remember, as a whole, you're looking at a person as a whole. So what's your holistic outcome assessment skills?
50%.
Yeah. And then child-centered outcome-focused care planning skills. They're a bit of a mouthful. So just your child-centered skills.
My child-centered skills. It needs improving because that always needs improving based on the condition you find yourself.
Yeah, it's true. And then you got your holistic child skills. So again, that's just like the overall picture of the child.
Yeah, because that I would already have the information, so I can make better judgment. So I'll be good at that.
Yeah. And then your ability to identify issues requiring guidance and clarification. So any issue that comes up and you need guidance, can you identify it? I
always ask questions. I'm full of questions anywhere I am.
And your attention to detail?
Good. I pay attention.
Fantastic. And then your reflective practice skills.
I always
so how good are you thinking back on what you do?
I think 50% because practice is continuous.
Fantastic. So I've got the direct work done, assessment work done. So see, we're filling this out together. And now I've got the process work done. Let me see, is Nancy, are you back? Hi, Nancy.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, here you are. Fantastic.
Nancy is on risk assessment. So
I thought I lost you for a second.
We should probably assess our internet with the risk management system.
That's true. So, can you fill out the process section for me? So how are you with, remember, little capability is the first line, medium capability need improvement, or full capability? So what's your risk assessment? Medium, yep. And then your information management, this is all about your processes, so your record keeping, sharing information. So you see, it's all about what you do in work anyway, but it split them into your what your practice is, what your assessment is, and what your process is. So this is the process section. So what's your information management and record keeping skills like?
It's full.
Yeah, fantastic. Do that there. Your caseload management. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. Oh, there you go. And then your information sharing. Are you okay? Are you not that great? Are you good, or are you excellent?
Good.
So put that in the medium. There you go. So are you ability to identify your skills and areas that you need for development? How are you in that?
Excellent.
Fantastic. And then your internet or your intranet research skills?
Medium.
Yeah, mine are medium too, because you know what, even I've got areas that I can sort out. Computer systems, how are you on that?
Medium.
Yeah, I would agree for myself too, because the programs that I know how to use, I'm fine, but other things I'm not sure about. So your change management.
Medium as well.
Yes. And then your time management and your prioritization. How are you with that?
Excellent. Excellent.
Fantastic. And let's go down, almost done. And your report writing?
Excellent.
There you go. And your team working?
Excellent.
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 It's excellent. A cute little voice in the background. And partnership working?
Excellent as well.
You've got a little helper there telling you what it is. And you've got the support and development of others.
Excellent on that.
And then you're contributing to services development, so the contribution that you make at work.
Excellent.
Excellent.
And you're working independently. I'm going to put excellent because we've got that lovely voice there. Fantastic. So this section is done. That's it. And then I'm going to start over and ask everybody the next sections again. And Yulia, I'm going to come. Thank you so much, Nancy. So Yulia, I'm going to ask you this section now. So because you missed a little bit of it, we're not completing this bit here. It's not necessary. It's only for you to know what you're doing. So now this section, we've got awareness, understanding, and expertise. So you've got an awareness of the policies, you've got good understanding of the policies, and you've got an expertise in the policies that you're really good at it. So this is all about your knowledge within here. So the first section, we're going to do assessment, care, planning, and safeguarding. So what are your DSC?
Is that for me, Julia?
For Yulia, please, Yulia.
Julia or Yulia?
Yulia, not for you, Julia. Yulia.
Oh, okay.
Yulia, are you with us?
I would say understanding.
Understanding, yeah. There's a lot of these that I would put down as understanding awareness for myself as well. Your risk assessing children, young people, and families.
Yeah, understanding as well, yeah.
Because to be honest, with policies, it's very difficult unless you've really looked into something. It's very difficult to say you're an expert at it because if it's not something you do on a daily basis, then that is an issue. So you're risk analyzing.
I would say well understanding.
Yeah. And then your social work theories, models, and methods.
Yeah, as well.
Your DCC care management policies and procedures.
DCC.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what is that.
So we'll put down, because we're not sure 100% it is, we'll just put down awareness because we've not got a known on here. See, I was saying some of these are very specialised to certain areas within the NHS. It's something that you may or may not have come across within these. So generic ones like conflict resolution and risk assessment, they're things you always come across. So your conflict resolution.
Yeah, I would say excellent.
There you go. And then your parent, carers, families, and young people's rights.
Excellent.
Yeah, DCC and CYPS policies, these are children and young people policies and procedures for recording incidents.
I would say understanding.
And then you got your evidence-informed practice. So you got your practice, but it's evidence-informed. So you know you're following certain policies and procedures for this.
Yeah, excellent.
Then you got your intervention.
I would say understanding.
And then you got multi-agency working methods, so partnership working.
Yeah, understanding.
And then the last one for you is critical analysis and evaluation methods.
Yeah, understanding.
Fantastic. And now remember, there's a lot of, like I said earlier, and you might have missed this, but there's a lot of things in here that I know, and there's a lot of things that I can improve on as well. This is not a test for me to say, oh, you're good at this, or you're bad at this, or you need to do this. This is just so we can fill out section 1, 4.1, and it just gives you an idea of what you're okay at, what you're not so great at, and how you can work in regards to that. So, thank you very much, Julia. I'm going to go back to Julia now. So we've got this last section to fill out. So, Julia, are you here?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, I'm picking on you twice. I do apologize. So, service improvement and quality. What's your legislation knowledge about children and young people?
I would say 50%.
Yeah. Yes, understanding of it, yeah. Your customer service standards?
Customer service standard, yeah, like such as when we receive a phone call or when we have visitors. Yeah, I'm good at that.
So put that, there you go. So where am I? There. With that and your statutory social work, so every child matters knowledge.
I would say 50% improvement in regards to that.
Fantastic. So there you go. Excellent. Oh, I'm pointing upwards rather than downwards. So your code of conduct.
Code of conduct, yes, yeah, I'm good at that as well.
Fantastic. And your involvement techniques and methods.
Yes, I'm good at that.
And now this one, it might be more for management, but your procedures for if you ever have any audits, do you know what the procedures would be?
Definitely.
Yep. Fantastic. And then your equalities legislation, your human rights, equality and diversity, say, those type of policies.
Yes.
And then your equalities procedures and policies in your work.
Yes.
Your reflective writing method, so you've thought about something and you're putting it down to paper.
Yes, reporting.
And then your challenging methods and techniques. I'm going to guess you're quite, from your answers before, that you're quite good at this, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then registration requirements, I don't think that's something that you'll need to be doing within your work on a normal basis. But are you aware of registration requirements?
Not really. I would say.
Yeah, neither am I, because it's not something I do on a normal basis. So your use of intranet, so you've got your internet, and the intranet is the network inside your work. So do you know how to find policies and procedures through your work's intranet?
Yeah.
And then your assertive theory, so you know about assertiveness, the theories and methods and models that might help you be more assertive.
Yeah.
And you got the CPSP portfolio. Even I don't actually know 100% what that means, to be honest, for myself.
No.
Then you got your CPD, so continual professional development reviews and how to analyze your own practice.
I would say 50%.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then your emergency procedures, which will include pronto as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good at it.
And then your health and safety procedures.
Definitely good at that.
And your plain English principles.
Yeah, I'm good at that, but I might also need improvement in regards to
that. So we'll put that down as a 50-50, yeah?
Yeah.
And then you got your electronic systems.
Electronic system.
Using the computer or the iPads for recording, or any sort of devices that they've got at work that you might use to record information.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I can use that. And
then office procedures, so if you've ever had to go into the office or do any admin work.
I did that 2 years ago. Yes, I'm good at that.
And then your data protection.
Definitely good at that.
Fantastic. So I'm going to save this before and then I can email this one to you and then to everybody. And then so I'm going to be a little bit evil, and what I'm going to do is I'm only going to email it to the students that have been here. So it's your hard work. So I have, where's my list gone? I've got Nancy, Julia, Placidia, and Yulia. Brilliant.
Thank you, Oscar.
You're welcome. Completed. And I know it's a joint effort, but if it saves you time, I really don't mind you using this.
Okay.
Oh, I always forget and I always put these inside it. Don't add those colons. There you go. So that is saved. Brilliant. So that's 4.1. Now, the other sections are simpler, they're quicker for us to do. It's just we've got to go through every single box in this one, that's why it takes a little bit of time. Now, the merit question is, identify opportunities to enhance your own strengths and address any weaknesses in using your person-centered skills. So we're going to do a SWOT analysis here. Now, SWOT stands for strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now, I've got a document that's here, and we're just going to work together, and we're going to list what sort of strengths or weaknesses or opportunities or anything that might stop us from working. So I'd like to start off, and I'll get some of these strengths might all be very similar, but I'd like to get some, if somebody could tell me what their strength is.
It's Placidia.
Yeah.
Communication.
Brilliant. So communication, and then could you give me a sentence to clarify?
Communication, in essence, whatever environment I am in, I like to ask what the person wants. For example, if I'm given a client to work with, I would like to find out about the person's interest and explain the procedure to the person, find out from the person how he or she feels we can go about it successfully, you know, and then proceed on from there, keep the person up to date, and also give feedback to my superiors.
And feedback to superiors. Brilliant. Now, the thing with this is if we do a nice detailed SWOT analysis here, then you don't need to put a paragraph into support it, because if we get a couple of sentences on here, then it covers what I want anyway. So can I get some, thank you so much, Placidia. Can I get somebody else giving me another strength?
Julia.
Julia, yeah.
Yeah, my strength is when there is task that need to be completed. I like to get it done. When anything is not done, I get anxiety.
So completing tasks on time, ensuring that the job is done correctly, yeah?
Yeah.
And then you can put down the same thing here. So anxiety,
yeah,
when my tasks are not completed
yeah.
on time or correctly, yeah?
Yeah.
So sometimes your strength can also be a weakness. It can be that on one side, if it goes good for you, it's fantastic. But if you focus on something so much that you can sort of put yourself in a negative effect as well. So this is a fantastic example for that.
Yeah.
And then can, I've got Placidia, I've got Julia. Can Nancy, can you give me a strength?
Yeah.
So what is one of your strengths?
Motivating.
So motivating. Staff, colleagues, service users.
Colleagues, service users, staff.
Fantastic, brilliant, thank you. And while you're here, could you give me a weakness as well so we can get that section filled in? So I could use things like time management or family, childcare, or things not, you know, just like little mini things that might be on a daily basis. You know, maybe not understanding. Actually, I'm going to put that into threats, because that is something that's stopping you from doing the work. Hinder me from completing tasks. Brilliant, thank you very much. Oh, spelled it wrong twice. So, Yulia, can you give me a weakness or a strength as well, please?
I would say that for the strength is could be a team working.
That's a good one. Teamwork, yeah. So, can you give me a sentence that goes with what are you good at with teamwork?
Yeah, I'm a good team working.
So you can delegate tasks and work together competently and confidently, yeah?
Yeah. Weakness.
Yeah. Yep.
Could be the, I don't know, high expectation.
That's a good one, yeah. 'Cause sometimes you can pull yourself down with expecting too much from your self-expectation. I set something like that. You set yourself really high standards.
Yeah.
And the problem with this can be sometimes you set them and they're not achievable and they're not realistic. So like if you say that I want to, say you come on this course and you say, right, I'm going to finish this course in 2 weeks. So you're setting yourself, because you know you've got a lot of writing to do, you know you've got a lot of other responsibilities, work, family life, and then you're putting yourself at a failure to start off with by expecting too much.
Emotional, yeah. That's definitely mine.
So just always pace yourself. Just you know, if sometimes what you think doesn't happen, it doesn't mean you're failing at something. It just means that you need to step back and let things take a little bit more time. It's okay. It's never an issue. If you think something should finish in 2 weeks and it takes 6 weeks to finish, it's fine. The goal is that you get it finished. And unrealistic timelines. I would also put down time management, just to get another few points in here.
Time management,
yeah. Completing tasks, assignments, home, care, work can be an issue. Brilliant. So we've got a nice little section of this. I'm going to bullet point this, make it a little bit nicer. This is a bit nicer as well. So opportunities. So we're just going to go on this. So it's open for everyone now. Has anybody got any opportunities? So this will be things like training courses or observations or something that might help you get to the goal you want to go to.
Yeah. Julia, I'll go first.
Yes.
Yeah. Whenever any opportunity arises in regards to training to improve my skills so I can do my job, you know, better, I can be good at my job, I like to jump on it.
So we'll take on any opportunities that arise to improve my work skills, such as training and observations. Brilliant. And then other opportunities are like formal courses as well, most likely, that you could put down.
Yeah.
It's a wonder that I can spell it all on here. Courses, there you go. And then, so this one could be, because all of you are doing this. It never likes it when I try to, there my numlock is on. Level 3, health and social care. And then you've also, I know a lot of you are wanting to go into university later as well. So we can put that down as well. To continue. So if you want to get into nursing or a whole range, you want to get into management, there's a whole load of things that you can get into with this. Brilliant. And has anybody got any other opportunities that they might have, just even in their own experience, that they're going to look towards, or a promotion at job, or at work, or pay rise, any of those type of things? I will actually type that.
Opportunity with the work as well.
Mhm.
When you've done some course, it always gives you more opportunity to find better job.
Yeah. So training enables to gain better qualifications, which will lead to a successful career. Brilliant. There you go. And then any threats? Now we've got childcare. What about finances? Now there's a lot of things that I know that everybody would like to do, but how much does things cost? Going to university is expensive. Doing these courses is expensive. If you've not got work funding, then obviously you're spending a lot of money then that. And anything else that anybody might have? For things that might stop you?
Like a family time, because you still have to take a time from family for all that.
Yeah. 100%, because sometimes you feel that guilt, don't you, where you think, I really should be spending time with my family, but I'm doing this instead. So yeah, so we've got 13 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed this one up now, and we'll go on to the next section. So this is quite a nice thing here. Now, what I would normally ask you to do is put a paragraph to support this, but because we've got sentences in here and it's quite nice and detailed, I'll accept it the way it is. Let's get that like this. There you go. And let me save this as well. This is the completed one. Brilliant. And now the last section on here. Come on, you can save. There you go. So last section, we're just going to create a personal development plan, and we're going to do that together. We've got a skills audit that we've got through. If you get time, you can show it to family members and friends and ask them, you know, how do you think I'm on this, or do you think I'm good at this? And they might say, yeah, you're actually great at this. Do you remember a time when you did X, Y, and Z? And you'll be like, yeah, of course. Or they'll say, no, I think you need to work more on your conflict resolution, or work more on identifying equality and discrimination, and so on. So we're going to create a personal development plan, which will cover your 12 months. To be honest, a lot of your plans might cover you for a lot longer than that. So let's go on to it. Now this personal development plan on here, it's actually got your strengths, weaknesses and development. So rather than refill that out again, we're just going to copy and paste all of this into it. Take a couple of seconds to do. See, if you've got a thing that will help you to cut down time, then do it in that way. You don't need to be spending hours and hours retyping everything out again, or having, if you've got information that you've already got, just use it. Make things easier for yourself. And this little section here. There you go. So now on here, I just want a few points in here. Now there's a couple of things that I already know with this. So a lot of you want to, what I want to do, so complete level 3 health course. What do I have to do? So you attend lessons and complete assignments. There you go. What resources and support you need? So you need your tutor, you need your laptop, and you need the internet, so you can conduct research. And how will you measure this as a success? So you're going to, when you receive your certificate, and also through tutor feedback. Is that there? And then target date to review. So you'll say I'll review this in, it's June now, so a lot of you are almost finished, some of you just starting off, so let's give it 3 months, June, July, August or September. There you go. And then has anybody got a second point? What do you want to do after you've completed this course? What's your target?
To the nursing?
Yep. So apply. So first one I would do is apply to nursing. Nursing. So apply to UCAS and attend interview. Then support, you're going to need your certificate, and then you'll also need the internet and a, there you go. And how are you going to measure the success? So when I gain admission. And this one, say you want to apply for this by September, so we'll do the same date as this again. And then next one is attend. Attend university for that. So what do you have to do? Attend again, attend lessons and complete assignments, like that. So what support and resources are you going to need? You're going to need the internet, you're going to need a laptop, and then you're going to need time management as well. How are you going to measure it? So when I gain my degree. And then this one's a 3-year course, so September 22, 23, so September 20, so July 2024. Don't know why that's red, but okay, 2024, and you know that it's going to be done for you. So anybody want to add another point in? We've got another few minutes. Then, so after this, after you've done your nursing course, you want to start working, don't you? You want to do work experience, you want to get a job. To gain a nursing job, so you're going to apply for jobs, attend interviews, and start. So, yep. And then you're going to need, so resources, you're going to need the internet again, you're going to need applications, you're going to need maybe an agency as well. And then you might also need the laptop to do your applications. So when I gain a nursing job, and say you've qualified in July 2024, so say September 2024 is when you want to start applying for those nursing jobs. So just 3-4 points and you've got yourself covered for 3 years already here, and that's all I need. I'm going to get rid of these. There you go, and that's it, we're done. So there's two ways that you can add this on to your work. So either just copy and paste these things again. If you want to copy and paste it, click on this little box when you hover next to it, do a right click and then copy it and paste it into your work. Or just email me these documents, put them as 4M1 or 4D1 template PDP, and then just email me your Word document and email me those as well. But remember, put your name here. We're going to do person-centered approach here. We don't need this. And that's it. So you just make sure you add your name on there, and then that's all we need. So today we have actually covered learning outcome 4. You don't need to do anything for this because it's already been done. Now, with this, I might ask you tomorrow to just add a paragraph or just summarize things up. But to be honest, these are quite nice and detailed. I don't need that for 4.1 and I don't need that for 4.2 from you. But for this one, all I want at the end is a summary. Just write down what you would like to do. So summarize and then just put a couple of sentences on here. This is what I want to do. This is what my strengths and weaknesses are. This is what I've identified and these are my next steps. And that's it. And then we've got personal objectives. We don't actually need these, so we're going to get rid of those. And that's it. Because you've already put down your objectives and what you want to do, setting goals on here. Brilliant. So I'm going to stop